It's an open secret in Nagaland, a part of the way of life of ordinary people in this state. Taxes have to be paid to underground groups. Everyone pays, from government officials whose salaries are often deducted at source to small-time businessmen. And the threat is very clear: pay up or else. Shri Sen has this report where there are some who are finally trying to fight this corruption, but their efforts are just a tiny step before any real change realistically emerges.
Behind the frantic activity in Nagaland's bustling commercial capital of Dimapur lies an open secret. SMSs and letters from militant groups to businessmen seeking extortion money that insurgents call tax, and compliance is acknowledged through receipts like this. Everyone here pays extortion money several times a year. After a lot of cajoling, one entrepreneur agreed to speak but didn't want to be identified.
The taxation upon the general public as well as the business people has become rampant.
Police also cannot do much because of many reasons known to them, and also they also have their own family.
Now, groups like Akali against corruption and unabated taxation have come up in the cities. People in the villages too are protesting. These women at Old Shoba, armed with just sticks, chased away the underground cadre who extorted money at this tri-junction.
We tried to stop them. After that, slowly, they also stopped collecting taxes.
So how much exactly do the insurgent groups like the NSCN-IM, the NSCN Unification and the NSCN-K, the NSCN Reformation, the Naga National Council and the others make?
If the state government raises just about 50 crores as a state revenue being derived from the legal taxes, you multiply that by any amount to the, let's say, 5 times to 10 times the amount.
It all begins here at the Nagaland-Assam border.
Every truck, every bit of merchandise that passes through this crossing is taxed. And that is just the beginning.
Then there is warehousing or go-down tax, tax that wholesalers pay, and finally tax on retailers, besides the annual business tax. And that's not all. Ironically, even government servants also pay.
The whole government servants deduct 24% of the salary and they play around negotiating and servicing all the NPGs, you see, which is a mandatory thing, and the drawing disbursing officers of each of the departments have no choice because they are under threat.
NDTV contacted several militant groups. The NSCN-IM that led the peace talks with the government said, we don't have much to say about their account. They are totally against us and our movement for freedom, and they are organized by vested interests. On the other hand, the NSCN Unification, what the account said perhaps made sense, but to run a revolutionary government, it needed to collect taxes.
With a peace deal at hand, the big question on the ground: will the oppressive multiple taxation end? And most importantly, will the armed cadre, irrespective of their group and ideology, agree to hand over their weapons? In Nagaland, with camera person Sanjay Chakraborty, Shri Sen for NDTV.